All right, thanks for staying with us, everyone. You're watching Standpoint. All right, let's turn attention back to our conversation, which is the shifting political landscape in the country. The APC seems to have more states in terms of the number of governors they now have governing each of those states. And that's because in recent times, we've seen a gale of defections, as we have never seen before in the country, of governors defecting from their party, and mostly the PDP to the APC. And it's not just even at the state level, even at the National Assembly level, we also see that gale of defection. But the latest one is the governor of Plateau State, Caleb Mutfwang. And we're joined by a chieftain of the APC in Lagos State, Joe Igbokwe. He joins us here in our Lagos studio. Good to have you join us.
Thank you for having me.
Many would say it is good times for your party. I mean, we're seeing something that's quite unprecedented. We've seen governors defect before, but not in this number that we're seeing now. Before we even just get to the latest one, how does this position your party ahead of the 2027 election? And I can see the smile on your face, by the way.
We are APC. We make things happen. And we do the needful. We are straightforward, and we speak the truth. And we will deliver. That's our character. They're not doing all these things for nothing. Something, the dynamics, changed. And Nigerians are seeing what they have not seen before. The governors are seeing money they have not seen before. The local governments are seeing money they have not seen before. That's leadership. So they're not just coming for nothing. They see light. They see hard work. They can see transformation. They can see an idea to reposition Nigeria in the Community of Nations, even though we are the giant of Africa.
You think it's the performance of your party that is drawing them in, and not the instability and chaos in their own party?
It may not be. I don't think, well, it's part of it. If you don't have a good manager, a very consistent manager who knows what to do, you may have, it's just like running a company. If they lose confidence in the system, this kind of thing will happen. Another attraction is that the man who is on the other side may have done what anybody has not done before, making things to happen, breaking the vicious circle, setting the agenda, influencing decisions anywhere he goes. They will follow you. If you are good, people will follow you. The governors are getting more money than they used to get before. The local governments, in the moment he came in, they talk about local government autonomy. And Supreme Court has endorsed it. So they're getting a lot of money to do whatever they want to do. So dynamics change.
So let's talk about this latest one, even as we touch on every other one. But this one is by the governor of Plateau State.
Yes.
First of all, is this something that you saw coming?
Of course. He can't stand alone. He has seen what is going on.
When you say he can't stand alone, what does that mean?
He can't stand alone. He cannot lose what others are getting. It was a voluntary thing. He just decided to join his colleagues in the interest of the state. That's what he said. Not because of himself, but in the interest of the state. Now somebody new, a new man is in the saddle that knows what to do and is doing it. No governor will tell you that he hasn't got the money to work now. Every governor is struggling to be in the front seat. He doesn't want to be. Nobody would like to be left behind. It is what it is. Good leadership. If you show good leadership, people will follow you. It's the law of nature. They will follow you. The man came with a lot of background. He's our leader. He met us. He brought us up. Millions of us. Anything he touches becomes gold. That's what over the years. He was the one that brought me into Lagos State government in 2005. And I served 4 governors. And I learned a lot. What money cannot buy. It's a phenomenon. If you sit one-on-one with him, there's no way he will not convince you. He has friends across Nigeria. I've never seen that kind of man before in my life.
Well, I want to stay on the comment you made when you said he cannot lose what others are getting. We also hear that comment even at the state level. There is a member of a PDP who is a leader of the PDP in Plateau State. He was, because we also, what the unique thing about Plateau State was that we saw both APC members and PDP members asking the governor to defect, and they would defect with him. But one of the leaders, I'm trying to remember his name now when I do, I'll mention it. While he was speaking, he's a leader of the PDP. I think he has also defected now. And he was talking about how the governor should defect so that he can be, he can connect with the center and get more dividends to the state. And you said he cannot lose what other governors are getting. It does sound like if you are not a member of the APC, then there is no dividends of democracy for yourself.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not what I mean. That if you are not a member of APC, they won't get your allocation. No. But there are other things you may not see. Everybody wants to go where things are happening. You have seen your party going down every day. You don't want to join. You don't want to belong to a party that has lost its foundation. So you want to belong to where his colleagues, are. Where there is light. It's all about leadership. The man came to build. He didn't come to destroy any political party or anybody. He came to build, and he's doing it. And they see it. They see what is happening in the local government. They see what they see. They can feel what they receive every month. It has never been done.
And you can't stay in your own party and receive that, because I just...
You will, but nobody wants to be in isolation. There's a lot of things to gain by working together. So they just felt left behind. Let us join the moving train. Let the train moves. That is it. And besides, the leadership of the party has not done much. Over the years, they have been playing to the gallery, failing to build their party. They were in government for 16 years. And not much was achieved.
But doesn't that speak to the nomenclature of political parties in Nigeria, that when you're not at the center, even at the state level, that when you don't have government at the center, there's that division because the funding most times at the national level, even it trickles down to the state level, it comes from the center, and people that say, look, it's not the grassroots that funds the party, it is at the center, and so when you do not have that power, parties tend to disintegrate. And I wanted to also use that to speak to my next question to you, which is that the fear that what your party is doing now, and these concerns are raised by members of the APC, is that you're thinking of winning election in 2027, so you're bringing in strange bedfellows into the party, and it would not necessarily the sustainability of your party, and that might have its own impact after 2027.
A lot is happening. There are changes running in the system. The president is trying to do something differently. Removal of subsidy makes some people to feel somehow about the party. Talking about APC and what Achuwaju did, that no other president even tried to touch it. But he did it. And whatever came out of it, he handed it over to the governors. Almost they were overwhelmed. Because the president is not asking for subsidies to be removed so that you take the money and put it into your pocket. You use it to fund the states. So go to the states now and see what is happening. And when you are being given that money, they will tell you, look, Oga, this money must go into somewhere. We want to see it. When we give you money, we follow you to know what you're doing.
How does that tie into the disenchantment that some members of your party now feel because of the defection, by some of these governors and their state structure?
You have to win an election for you to begin to talk about your party. Are they saying that these people are coming to take over their positions as governors? You remain in your state. They are the big boys. Become governor of Plateau State. If he comes over to APC, he will not be a commissioner. He will take his seat.
Of course, but he also becomes the leader of the party in that state, and a state that already had a leader of your party. For example, if you look at, let's look at the Delta State. You had someone like Agege, as the Agege as the leader of the party. Now the governor is. These are people who are not seeing eye to eye politically, even in relationship and otherwise. And then now you have, in a state like River State, a man like Tony Cole would have been the leader of your party.
The moment you have a governor, the moment you have a governor that is standing with a party in your state, a new party, he becomes the number one. He becomes the leader of the party. You may become the leader of the party as a senator because you don't have Agege. Agege was an APC, Abi. So the governor then was, I think, PDP. But about things, dynamics change. You follow it. Once your governor comes in, he becomes the number one citizen. Then you take your seat. He's the governor of the state. If you're a senator, you're just a senator of a particular area, East, Edo East or Edo West. That is where your power is. But the moment you become the governor, you are the leader overall. So you key in. It takes away that position from you. Is the man complaining?
He hasn't said anything.
He can't say anything.
No one knows how he's feeling because he probably was also hoping to run in 2027, but now that has been taken away from him.
Dynamics change.
We will continue this conversation in just a moment. I want to take a break because this is the crux of the matter for a lot of people. That a lot of people are going to feel disgruntled just before the 2027 election, and probably also maybe not. We might see a defection from your party as well because of this kind of situation.
Where will they go?
Well, we will talk about that in just a moment. We'll take a break now. And when we return, we'll continue our conversation on the mass defections we're seeing from, especially the PDP, into the APC. Stay with us, everyone. All right, thanks for staying with us. We've been speaking on the mass defection we've seen into the APC by governors, lawmakers, and party structures just across different states. I've been speaking with an APC chieftain in Lagos, Joe Igbokwe. He's joining us in the studio. Thanks for staying with us. So before that, just before that break, we have a few minutes left. We're looking at the party structure and what it would mean for those who are looking to run within the APC. But I also just wanted to segue into other conversation because it will look like some people think that it is disillusion for APC to think that it will win on the strength of the number of governors it now has, and not on its performance generally in the country, even as we begin to look at several factors like whether people can feed themselves, security, and all of those issues.
Some of these things are man-made. Man-made. If you cannot match a man one-on-one, you can find another way. They're just talking. What do we do to bring this man down? Everywhere the man has so they see.
You think the security challenge is deliberate to bring the president down?
Is it that you don't know? That's their tool. That's their weapon. Who told you these things are just coming? It's man-made.
So for every president who has ever experienced a security challenge, was it meant to bring them down?
What other way? Because they will tell you, once you don't have security, everybody will be insecurity. It's a lie. We know everything. Some of them are being sponsored by them to create confusion. There's nothing a politician cannot do to remain in power. They even kill. They even kill to get to power. They get you out of the way Haven't you seen it? People are desperate. People do worse things to get to power. These things we know. I was the publicity secretary of our party in Lagos for many years, or close to 15 years, so we know.
This challenge is not just in one part of the country, it's around the country. So you're saying that for every zone or every state that is experiencing a security challenge is deliberately just to bring the president down and not because of economic challenges or how people, are feeling at the moment.
Let's take Southeast.
That's what you offer.
Security challenge, Abi, man-made.
How is that man-made?
Igbo, killing Igbo. And blame it on other people. That's what we have seen for years. They say it's Fulani herdsmen. Fulani, it's a lie from the pit of hell. They slaughtered our people in almost 15 years. Nobody will tell the number. And our people are not speaking. They say insecurity.
So I just want to get it correctly. You're saying that the killings in the Southeast is not done because we say, oh, herdsmen. It's not.
It's Igbo versus Igbo. Killing our people to make a political statement. Would achieve a new nation when you have not got the consensus, when you have not listened to other people and know what they are saying. It's not by force now. I lost my home in the village. It was not Fulani herdsmen. I have cameras in my home in the village, and I saw them. They were speaking an Igbo dialect from Abakaliki side. Tomorrow you say it's Fulani herdsmen. People are just playing now with human lives. Please, let's not go there. What is happening to us is what we inflicted on ourselves.
I just have a minute left, and I want to speak to something else. But is that also to bring the president down? Because these are very weighty allegations, and I'm sure your people will come after you.
No, it's a way. If you can't get power through your steady work or where you're coming from, antecedents, leadership in the past, you go through other kinds of, brigandage to get what you want. And
how you're very sure that the APC is going to surmount all of this, ahead just because the people are defecting to your party. You already have the states, the state is already set. I mean, you have about 30 states now. You're sure that this
no, it's not up to 30. We're talking about 28.
20, okay, thereabout. So does that mean that you think, we have won this election?
We are not leaving no stone unturned.
All right.
We are working 24 hours, 7 days in a week.
Okay, so there's a lot to talk about, and I wish we'll continue to talk about it, but we do have to leave it there. I wish we'll have, just a stretch of time to sort of unfold or unpack some of the things.
Another day will come. Another day will
come. But we do not have the time. For my viewers, thank you so much, Mr. Igbokwe, for your time. Please stay with us.
Thank you for having me.
As we wrap up.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm rushing with, there's want of time here, and I want to quickly just say thank you to our viewers. On December 13th, we did win an award, and I say we because it was my name that was mentioned. It is for Standpoint and everyone who has made this program a success. From it was the TV program presenter of the year, at the prestigious NMMA, just recently held. But I want to say thank you to our director of news, who at that time was fully in charge of the program and still now in charge of the program, Babajide Kolade Otitoju, who always gives direction to the show, to my producer Baraka Agberemi, Motosho, who is remarkable, to Ayo Alogi and Victor Azubiki, who stands by when she's not around, to all the men behind the scene, cameramen, the technical people, the directors who are always speaking in my ears and say rap. I don't have enough time, but the people who are on the graphics desk, people who are on the editing suit, the man who is on the digital, Wasiwa, I can't fail to mention your name, to the newsroom management. I wish I could mention everybody's name, but thank you all for how you have influenced this program and your contribution, and to the senior management team. We want to say thank you. We continue. Our pledge is to continue to bring you the right guests, the right conversation, objectivity, and all that it takes to give you, Nigerians, the truth about situations around the country. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this program and for making it a success. We continue to look forward to your participation every Saturday at 2 p.m. I am Precious Amayo. Remember that you can watch a repeat broadcast at 11 p.m. tonight and 5 a.m. on Sunday morning. Thanks for watching.